Okay, so today we're going to be working on the last lesson in Unit 9, which is math practices and problem solving, reasoning. First, we're going to watch a video.
Help Carlos solve this problem. There are some hens on a farm. Some are outside the barn. There are 0, 1, or 2 hens inside the barn. Could there be 10, 11, 12, 13, or 14 hens in all on the farm?
Okay, so this is a tough question. They're telling us that there are some hens outside the barn, and we can see them right here. But there are also some hens inside the barn, and since the barn door is closed, we can't see them. But they're telling us that there might be 0, 1, or 2 hens inside the barn. So we have to try to figure out what are the possible numbers of hens there might be in all. So outside the barn and inside the barn.
Think 11, 12, 13, or 14. What can you see?
Okay, so what can we see? Which hens can we see already? The ones that are outside the barn or the ones that are inside the barn? It looks like we can see the ones outside. So let's see if we can count them. We can use any counting strategy we want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It looks like there are 12 hens outside the barn. See if we're correct.
You can see hens outside the barn. Can you see the number of hens inside the barn?
Can we see those hens? Can you see them? I can't see them. The door is closed.
No, you can't see the hens inside the barn. Can you find the number of hens outside the barn?
Okay, so we already counted them, and we said that there were 12. Let's see if we were correct.
Yes, you can count the hens you see outside. How many hens are outside the barn? There are 12 hens outside the barn. If there are 0 hens inside the barn, how could you find how many hens are on the farm in all?
Okay, so they're telling us now, let's pretend that there are 0 hens inside. So then how many hens are there in total? We have 12 outside and 0 inside. So what would the answer be?
You could count on 0 from 12. What about if there is 1 hen inside the barn? Then you could count on 1 from 12. How about 2 hens inside the barn? Then you count on 2 from 12. Why could 10 or 11 be answers?
Okay, so why can 10 or 11 not be possible answers? If we have 12 hens outside the barn, and maybe there's 0 or 1 or 2 inside the barn, would we be adding to 12 or taking away from 12? I think we would be adding, and when we're adding, our numbers get greater. It's counting on, like we do in the morning during counting the day of school.
There are 12 hens outside the barn. This is more than 10 or 11. So there could not be 10 or 11 hens in all on the farm. There are 3 possible answers.
Why are there 3 possible answers? Usually when we count, there's only one answer. But today we had an extra step to our question. They had told us that there may be 0 hens inside the barn, there may be 1, or there may be 2. So that would give us 3 different answers. Let's try and see what we can come up with. So if we chose 10, let's see what happens. It says there are 12 hens outside the barn. This is more than 10, so there could not be 10 hens in all on the farm. That's true, 10 isn't greater than 12. What if we chose 13?
There are 12 hens outside the barn. This is less than 13. So there could be 13 hens in all on the farm.
There could be 13 hens because there are 12 outside and they said there may be one inside. 12 and one more is 13. What if we chose 14?
There are 12 hens outside the barn. This is less than 14. So there could be 14 hens in all on the farm.
Okay, so what it seems like we're doing is we're counting how many hens we see outside, we're circling it, and then if they're telling us there may be some extras hiding, we add on, or we count on. So we counted on one more hen and two more hens. So the answers would be 12, 13, and 14.
There are 0, 1, or 2 hens inside the barn. These are the numbers in all when you count on 0, 1, or 2 from 12.
Great thinking.
Okay, so today, when you go to do your assignment, you're going to be doing interactive workbook pages 550 and 551. Please make sure that you read the questions at the bottom of the page, because the questions are going to tell you that there are more than one answer to every question. So if you have trouble reading it, please have your parent read it for you. Please reach out if you need any assistance.